Hello, I am back today with a new plate from It Girl Nail Art Fashion Plates, and this is It Girl 201. And also today I'm going to show you one of the new polishes from It Girl Nail Art. They just came out with their own line of polishes, and this one is Sapphire. So we're going to take a look and see how that stamps, and we're going to see how it looks over white and black. This is part of a new series that she's doing, which is the infinity images, the larger images, and this one has a mandala theme, a Mendi kind of henna art theme, and I love that she also has some things in here that are not just like the henna art, but like she's got a little Ganesh, and she's got a Hamsa, and she's got the Om symbol, and she's got like the incense burner, and of course then on top of it she has all of these beautiful mandalas. And then there are just some flower designs, so if you don't want necessarily the roundness of the mandala, you get the flowery portions. Don't forget to pull out your image selector and pick the nail that represents the one that fits your nail and use it to select which beautiful part of the image you want. So like, for example, oh, how pretty, that's just gorgeous. Or because this is the one that fits mine usually, how pretty is that? Or ooh, look at the one next to it. Oh, so gorgeous, just coming up off of your half moon. How beautiful is that? Oh my gosh. And then you've got this one, which I love because it's almost got like this tentacle coming up out of it, which is really cool if you want to, you know, have something that you know, is more linear. Maybe you want to do one nail like that, and then on another nail you want to have more of a flower, so you can visually change up the shapes but then still have the same style. And now look at how gorgeous this is for making a French tip, or even if you want to include the whole portion of that. Or you know what, how awesome to do something like have this up here as a French look, and then this down here as a half moon look. How cool would that look together? That would be awesome. So you've got a bunch of little elements like the sun and the lotus flowers. Oh, so pretty. And then this is kind of like a lotus flower, but a different kind of flower. And you've got all of these intricate henna mendi designs, like this gorgeous flower with the paisleys and everything else. Up here you've got a slightly different kind of more like a thistle flower, and here this is more like sort of like a carnation, you know, stylized carnation. And then you've got a few of these different mandalas, which all have a different look. This one has the more sharp kind of star look. This has a more lacy look to it. This is just, I love how you've got the leaves to the petals of the flower there, and then of course this one is just so ornate. So you've got all of this different fun stuff to mix and match on here. And here's another one you could use for lines or for French tips. Just gorgeous. Okay, in terms of size, it's a little bit tricky, right, because everything is a different size. So I'm going to have a still of this on my blog, so if you want, you know, a closer look at how big these images are, but this is just to give you a quick little feel for how much space you're playing around with. You can see they're pretty darn generous, but at the same time the images are small enough that you can get like that entire flower on a nail, or most of that flower on a nail, or if you want a bigger look, you can come over and do something like that. So a lot of flexibility on this plate, I think. Alright, let's test it out. Okay, for this stamping test I am using my XL sticky stamper, and I am testing out the It Girl Sapphire polish. And you can see that that pickup is gorgeous. I had a little bit too much on the edge, but let's try it again just to make sure. Gorgeous. And I took a little time showing you, so I ended up getting a little drying on this edge, but you can see that the transfer is gorgeous. It does a great job. Okay, let's see how it shows up over black versus white. You can see it. It does show up, and I will take a still so you can get a feel for it. Okay, so my camera doesn't like to pick up the stamping over black for some reason. It shows up better than you can see for sure. I'm going to insert a still so you can get a feel for exactly how it does look over black. So the transfer is great, pickup is great. You definitely can see it over white, and it's gorgeous, and I love that metallic sheen in it. It's a little bit more subtle over black, but it does still show up over black. These are really good quality plates. They're not going to just bend at the drop of a hat. They're pretty thick. They're also, if you're concerned because they don't have backing, they're not sharp at all. I can do this all day. And the finish is this burnished sort of silver pewter, which I don't know if it's just because I like the way it looks, so mentally it makes it feel better when I scrape, but I feel like I like the way it scrapes. So I think for me that's a plus, and it doesn't blind me as much when I'm working with, you know, my light when I'm trying to stamp. So I also think that's a plus. So I love the quality on these. So I would say both are definitely worth getting. I will link the products down below, and thanks for watching.